I woke up yesterday to a message from a friend saying that my Discord was hacked and to be very careful not to click any links and to contact support. I'm going to tell you my experience of having my Discord hacked and what I did about it, and I hope this video helps you as well. If this happened to you before, I'd like to hear your experience, and I don't think it's always the same way, right, that it happens. And if it hasn't happened to you yet, I want this to be like a cautionary tale that hopefully this video will help you in the situation if you do get hacked, right? What ended up happening was first thing in the morning, I'm like, okay, I haven't really been on Discord in a month and a half, right? I look at all my friends list, and at the exact same time at like 9:33 in the morning approximately, a message was sent to everyone on my Discord. Now, I've been hacked in the past, kind of through the PlayStation and through YouTube. I can talk more about that later. That was actually an individual, a person that I know. I know who did that, and I know how they did that. And that was about 8 or 10 years ago, probably about 10 years ago. That's a different situation than this one. I've been very cautious ever since that time, and but this time it was my Discord. And luckily, I don't use my Discord that much. And luckily, I only have about 10 friends on there. I specifically keep things very, kind of close to the chest and small and manageable as much as possible. And luckily, I think a lot of the conversations, like typed conversations, there's not a lot there in terms of personal information of mine or friends of mine, right? Because the other worry is that they're not just mining for my personal information, like my name, my address, my credit card or debit card information, anything that they can use either to steal your identity or to steal your any finances that you might have or that your friends might have. And that's another reason why I'm making this, is that, just to explain to the people that were on my friends list as well, that, what happened. And it definitely was not something I intended. It's something that happened to me. And I don't know exactly how, but I have my suspicions. The message that was spammed to everyone at the same time, 9:33 a.m. approximately, was something like a $50 PlayStation Network gift card. But I personally think that this is a bot. Okay? What I did was I tried to do some investigating. I also noticed that my Twitter went lights out or dark. And that's like when the whole thing is basically white, like in Google, and then the letters are black. But then it switches, and then it's like the whole background is black, and then the letters are like white. Now, that happened on the same day, and you'd think that would be one hell of a coincidence, but I think it actually was, because apparently Elon Musk was maybe changing something on X or Twitter. So that was a thing, but I still haven't ruled that out. But what I noticed is different behavior, right? So like no messages were sent to anyone on my Twitter, right? Whereas every single person on my Discord, all 10 or so of those people got the exact same message, and then they got it again. They got 9:33, but then again like 30 or 40 minutes later. Now there's a few people that can testify to this. I didn't really screenshot because it was on my phone. So what I ended up doing, because this was all on my phone, I went on the Discord app on my phone, and I saw it all, right? But what I ended up doing is I factory reset my phone. If you're gonna do that, make sure you save whatever. But for me, it's like I felt like my phone was infected and that people had access to my phone, right? They could see my pictures, they could see my real name, they could see my real phone number, they could have all the information to the people, my friends and family, in my contact list potentially on my phone. That was really the concern for me, right? Is that, do they now have this list? And I mean, there's a good chance, right, that everyone on my phone also has, at some level, that has their name and their phone number compromised. Now, luckily, I don't have any financials or anything like that uh, that are readily available, and I don't think that I could. I don't understand. I don't think they'd be able to get that for me or anybody else, right? So I kind of see that as there's no difference between that and like if you've ever used a credit card or a debit card at a store. A lot of stores will sell your 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 cell phone number and your name and that information and whatever information they have about you, like your address or last known address, and they will sell that to companies for money. This is a well-known fact. A lot of companies do it. It's definitely immoral, but I don't know if it's illegal or not, or when it was illegal or not, or whatever, right? But it's definitely something that shouldn't happen, against, especially against your consent. But a lot of times, you agree to certain things before, especially if you're using apps and stuff like that, right? And you don't read the fine print. So that's what happened. I personally have known about other people that have their Discords hacked. I was very surprised to know that this happened to me. I don't know exactly how they got in, right? There was a person named, I have a very few amount of people, right? And I looked down at the bottom, and there was a person named Death, and about section was acid bath. And I thought, well, maybe that could be the person, because that's very suspicious, very very suspect. But it might not be. I don't really know. It could be a bot. I'm leaning towards more in this Discord situation that it is a bot. There's so many bot interactions, right? Something like 70% of all YouTube comments and interactions in certain situations are bots, approximately. And they say that's only going to go up more over time. So it's very possible that I click something on my phone and then somehow got access through my phone. And so I cleansed that. I factory reset, and I feel a lot better about it now. I told most of the people on my Discord to delete this account, block it, and don't click anything. Now, yeah, the Twitter thing I don't think really is that big, and then I don't think my YouTube channel was hacked. I hope not. Right? We'll see as time goes on, but I don't think it was. So what can you do in this situation? You can definitely contact the support, Discord support, and you can, try to go about it that way. But I just prefer to delete it. And what happened when I deleted it was, it doesn't just instantly delete, which I wish it did within a matter of minutes. Like, I think it should just say, "Are you sure you want to delete this?" and give you like maybe a couple minutes or like an hour, 30 minutes, something like that. But it actually doesn't delete for 15 days. So my account's still out there, and the person can potentially be doing stuff, who knows what. They definitely have access to my real name, which is not good. And they have access to, I think, some emails that other people don't have access to, like private emails. So nothing bad or nefarious, but, it's really interesting. Like, when I was talking to my friend about this, right? The one that first informed me about this when I woke up, he was like, "Wow, dude, like, you just like got hacked and you just took it on the chin. Like you don't even care." I'm like, "No, I don't really care, cuz like getting upset about it isn't going to make it better. I just tried to isolate it, problem solve, and figure it out as much as I could. And I tried to like be responsible to the people that were in my Discord that were pretty close to me, or people that have been close to me in the past that I care about. Because some of those people I don't talk to on a daily basis, but I cared about them a lot in the past. So like I just made sure to do that and say, "Hey, this is what's going on." And then I had to get out of there because I don't know what the damage is and what it could be. And I don't know what it wants. But the interesting thing is, it was very spammy and it was very mathematically meticulous, right? It sent about 3 messages to everybody at 9:33, and then about half an hour later, and then maybe about an hour later, the same message about this $50 gift card. So I think it thinks that me and my demographic want a $50 PlayStation gift card, and that would be super enticing. I've seen a lot of situations where, um, and that's the funny thing, there's not a lot of data on me in terms of what I would want, what I would like. So I'm thinking it's a bot because that's probably what the bot could come up with based off of all my data, right? But the funny thing is I don't actually care about that. Like, I would never click on a link for a $50 gift card. Like, it makes no sense on my own Discord. So, and I would never send that to anybody that I know. Like, I don't think I've ever done that, send somebody a gift card. That's not my thing. I've seen on other people's Discords where there's like adult sites, right? Like X-rated sites and stuff like that, and that's the link. So, I mean, it's it's weird, right? It's totally weird. But if it was a person, I would say that people like to do this to have control over you and to feel like they're powerful. Um, it's not about being powerful or not being powerful. It's about, does the person feel powerful or not? So like, whether you are not like you don't have like you don't have a high economic status, or don't have a lot of money, or you're an athlete, or don't have some kind of status in some kind of way. It's not about that, because like you could be like an NFL pro, but if you don't feel powerful, that's when the problems happen, where people want to exercise their power on somebody else to then feel powerful. Some people really like that and need that, and it's that's how these a lot of horrible atrocities and crimes and happen. So there's that. That's my personal experience from the first person. This is really weird because I've been so cautious, and in the future, my recommendations to you are, be very careful of being in Discord. Me personally, Discord has proven to me, and what I've seen like on YouTube and on the internet, that this has happened to so many different people, that it shows me that Discord is not really great with its safety. And if it doesn't take people's privacy, if it doesn't take their users' privacy and safety into account at the level where it should, at the highest degree, right? Then I don't want to have that platform. That's why I deleted it. And I personally would, I will, if you want to have it, you can have it. But for me, that's a risk that I don't need to take. I don't need to wake up in the morning knowing that I owe someone thousands of dollars, or tens of thousands of dollars, or hundreds of dollars. I don't need that in my life, right? I don't need to have the police call me or something and say that I've done some kind of illegal activity, and someone has stolen my ID and they're using my passport or driver's license, right? And my identity has been stolen or something like that. So I don't need those things in my life, and I'm not interested in that kind of hassle. And to me, it's like other places like YouTube are way better with security. And so I'd rather just use the more secure services, and if those become unsecure, I'll find other ones that are more secure, right? And so for my the cautionary tale there is, sometimes no matter how careful you are, you will still got by someone. You'll still be a target for someone, and you might never know why. And it's a good idea to just not get attached to that, not get upset, and just let it go. So the really cool thing is that my buddy told me, he's like, you just took that on the chin, right? And that's the interesting thing, right? This channel was always about transformation and being a better version of yourself. And it's very difficult in certain situations, but the interesting thing is, in the last month and a half, I think that my jaw has transformed from a glass jaw into a diamond jaw. So I just took that like a champ, and I just don't care. I deleted the sucker, and bye bye Discord. In the future, I could have it again, maybe, but I don't know. I'm kind of just riding the wave to see what happens. What ripple effects happen. What calls I'm gonna get, all the kind of stuff. I know I didn't do anything bad. I didn't do anything wrong. I don't really care about whether I'm a victim or not in this. Of course, someone did something to me, but I mean, it doesn't really affect me. I don't really care too much. But I hope this video helped you. I hope this tale helped you. I hope you never have to go through this, but if you or someone you know goes through this, I hope this video helps you. So some of you might think that just changing your password is enough, or an easy fix, and I actually thought about that as well, because I've heard that there are some programs or hackers that once they have access to your account, your Discord, they can actually see everything on your phone and your computer, right? So they can actually see you going to certain sites, or going and typing and making new passwords. And it would be pretty easy for that person to have a program that just picks up that password and then knows your new password, right? So I just thought, okay, delete everything and move on. That was my way of dealing with the problem.